If you look at the extra bend in his leg, you can see José Clemente Chavez lives in pain. He broke it while working on a plantation and says his employer didn't give him proper medical care. He was operating a machine like this when the abaca fibers he was processing caught his leg. The injuries from that and other accidents left him disabled, but he says the Japan-based company Furukawa, which exported the product, never compensated him. He says there was little consideration for safety and no support for those who were injured.
With my legs, I only feel like I'm half alive. When you're incapacitated, they pretend to not know you anymore. And they don't help at all because they don't know you. You're not worth anything if you say you're incapacitated. That's the thing about Furukawa.
Chavez is from Ecuador's Santo Domingo region. He's just one of 338 workers from across the country who are suing the company in court. The accusations include negligence, lack of safe working conditions, healthcare and clean drinking water. It's a huge case which also includes claims of child labor and modern slavery. Susana Quiñones says she started working here when she was just 6 years old and spent decades in inhumane conditions. She told us she gave birth to 7 children on the plantation with no medical care.
It was very tough because we had to work during pregnancy with our big bellies. We got used to it. Sometimes we would be working with the fiber right up until birth pains started.
Lacking maternal leave, she and other women got back to work directly after birth. Former workers show us how they would harvest the abaca for turning into rope, paper and fibers. They claim not only was it dangerous, they usually had no breaks or days off. If they didn't work, they wouldn't be paid. Campaigners say more than 80% of the workers live in extreme poverty. Ecuador's government testified during the trial against Furukawa. This is what the labor minister told us.
Previous governments, including the Ministry of Labor, didn't stop the situation that, from my point of view, is one of the most emblematic because here we are talking about slave labor. In the case of Furukawa, it was all there.
Abaca exporter Furukawa's current manager insists the workers always had social security and medical care, but he says responsibility for those things was partly in the hands of local contractors until 2018.
The company could have had a closer relationship with the contractors to find out if there were problems while processing the fiber. That is something that could have been improved. But to speak about slavery is very, very, very far-fetched.
The workers say they lost childhoods, education and health.
We indeed have suffered here at this company, so we demand justice and reparation. At the end of the day, the judges too are fathers and mothers.
Those judges in the penal court and the constitutional court could make historic decisions, setting out responsibility and accountability for workers' rights in Ecuador.
Subscribe to Oneindia channel and never miss an update.